Number 8 and number 24, Kobe Bryant.
When you have a dream as a kid to say, okay, I want to play in the NBA, sometimes it feels like the worst thing you can do is actually share that dream. The biggest challenge, I think, is believing in your dream and not losing that childlike innocence and quality.
I have decided to skip college and take my talent to the NBA.
Make sure that your dreams always stay pure. It's really a matter of protecting your dreams, protecting your imagination. That's really the key. And when you do that, then the world just seems limitless.
And once I came to the NBA and I looked around, I saw all the guys that weren't working as much as I was, then I started to understand that, you know, how I went about it is hard work. To me, it was just, I just love what I do, so I want to do it as much as possible.
Follow your passion first. Then you got to sit there and ask yourself, okay, what am I truly passionate about? What do I enjoy doing? And when you feel that way, honestly, you feel like you have never worked a day in your life. It's the most fun thing in the world. You get up in the morning excited about what you're doing. And you got to be really honest with yourself about it. If you wake up in the morning and you're dreading going to work, dude, do something else. Do something else. And those are hard decisions to make, but when you make those decisions, it's a very liberating experience, and you'll find out that the rewards will come. You know, it's just a matter of what's important to you. Mm-hmm. And what's important to you. For whatever reason, you know, I felt like I didn't feel good about myself if I wasn't doing everything I could to be the best version of myself. Mm-hmm. If I felt like I left anything on the table, it would eat away at me. I wouldn't be able to look myself in the mirror.
Those times when you get up early and you work hard, those times when you stay up late and you work hard, those times when you don't feel like working, you're too tired, you don't want to push yourself, but you do it anyway. That is actually the dream.
Rest at the end, not in the middle. I'm not going to rest, I'm going to keep on pushing now. There are a lot of answers that I don't have, even questions that I don't have. But I'm just going to keep going.
I think the best way to prove your value is to work, is to learn, is to absorb, to be a sponge. You always want to outwork your potential. As hard as you believe you can work harder than that.
81-point game. Kobe's hurting. And I would assume he'd go straight to the locker room.
What does love feel like for you?
What does love feel like? It's a beautiful journey. You know, it has its ups and downs, right? Whether it's in marriage, or whether it's in the career, you know, things are never perfect. But through love, you continue to persevere and you move through them. And then through that storm, a beautiful sun emerges.
Yeah.
Right? And inevitably another storm comes. And guess what? You ride that one out too. So I think love is a certain determination and persistence to go through the good times and the bad times with the someone or something that you truly love.
What I try to do is just try to be still and understand that emotions come and go. The important thing is to accept them all, to embrace them all, and then you can choose to do with them what you want versus being controlled by emotion, being consumed by a particular fear, and to the point where you're saying, okay, nah, it's not good to feel fear. I shouldn't be nervous in the situation right now. And it does nothing but grow versus stepping back and saying, yeah, I am nervous about the situation. Yeah, I am fearful about the situation. Well, what am I afraid of? And then you kind of unpack it. And then it gives you the ability to look at it for really what it is, which is nothing more than your imagination running its course, you know? Well, I mean, unfortunately and fortunately, I failed quite a bit. Yeah. You know, but I understand that's actually part of the process of succeeding. I'm not one that really believe in failure. I believe you have setbacks. And, you know, you have to learn from those. You have to learn what are those landmines that can be avoided the next time.
The Boston Celtics are NBA champions.
You know, the idea is a very simple one. And, you know, the Mamba mentality simply means trying to be the best version of yourself. That's what the mentality means. It means every day, you know, you're trying to become better. And it's a constant quest. It's an infinite quest. That means taking things, using things in your life that are scars, using those moments as a weapon, right? It's not about your opponent, it's about you. It's about you taking your inner struggles and channeling that through the game as a way to to unleash. Everything was done to try to learn how to become a better basketball player. Everything. And so when you have that point of view, then literally the world becomes your library to help you to become better at your craft. Can I get to that level? I don't know, but let's find out.
So I created the Black Mamba.
My philosophy was very simple. I come to understand if I could work that hard every day, what would my career be? And I made a promise to myself from that day that I was going to work that hard every single day so that when I do retire, I have no regrets. And that was the most important thing for me, is to leave no stone unturned, get better every single day. And if I lived that way, then over time, I'd have something that was beautiful.
And it's also about the next generation.
I think the definition of greatness is to inspire the people next to you. I think that's what greatness is or should be. It's not something that lives and dies with one person. It's how can you inspire a person to then in turn inspire another person that then inspires another person. And that's how you create something that I think lasts forever.
I tap on her shoulder, she turns around, and I said, "Excuse me, what's your name?" She said, "Vanessa." My eyes got real big, and it was just like,
Hey, you gotta have a boy. You and V gotta have a boy, man. You have somebody carry on the tradition, the legacy. She's like, "Oh, I got this." You know, boy for that.
It's about my wife, Vanessa. And lastly, our daughters. If you do the work, your dreams won't come true. Something greater will. If you guys can understand that, then I'm doing my job as a father.
Ti amo con tutto il mio cuore, you are my inspiration.